I don't think anybody's here because I didn't tell anybody that I was going to be here. So we're just going to try and do this. So I just wish that, oh, there I am. Okay. Let's see here if I can you hear me? Not sure if you can hear me. See, let's just get that completely out. This wasn't it. So let's see here. We're gonna get out of that one. All right. So is it? I am just not sure what I'm doing. I've never done this before. Give me a break. Okay. So let's see here. That's not okay. Let me see here. Okay, now my phone is letting me do something. Alrighty, so no. Oh boy. Okay, huh. Oh boy. I will figure this out. I am gonna try and do this. And yeah. All right. Can I delete this one? I think I'm going to delete them both. Try this again. Manage videos. Live. No, huh? Boy. All right, Pam, I don't know what you're doing. Close. All right, you know what? Maybe I will gather completely. Go back into YouTube. Go to there. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Go to here. My channel. All right, so it looks like I'm live. All right, so now that I know that I'm live, I know nobody's here, and that's all right. I don't have to worry about that because I'm new to YouTube, so I'm not sure how to do all that. But here's the card we're going to create today. It's super cute, but yeah, that's the one we're going to make today. Let me get situated here. So, hi, by the way. As you can tell, I'm new here. I love playing with stamps and stuff. I'm technically a demonstrator, but I do this more for fun. I'm more like just a crafter person, but or a hobbyist. I don't know what you call it, but I like to share my ideas with other people. So we're going to be working today with the Dragonfly Garden. You can, it's no longer, you can't buy it as a bundle anymore. It used to be a bundle, but it does have a punch. Awesome, right? So there's the punch, and then there is the stamp set. And so we're going to put those aside. And we're going to get out our Stamparatus. We kind of really need this. It's kind of a must for this particular technique that I'm going to show you today. So first of all, I'm just going to get and I shoved it somewhere, just a piece of basic white cardstock. And I've literally went in here and kind of marked little, I don't know if you can see it, but I've marked these up here, and there's a reason for that. So, oh, and you know what? I see this. Let's see if this will work. Okay. Hopefully you don't get a bunch of stuff you don't need in there. So let's see here. Okay. That's a little better. Alrighty. So, let me see here. I like to put this under here. All right. So there we go. So, thank you for being patient with me. We're going to try and get this done. So I'm going to just line it up here where I've got my little pencil mark here, because we're going to have to move it. So there we go. Oh, wait. I moved it. I don't want to move it just yet, but I've got it lined up so I know where it's all going to go. And then there we go. So I'm going to take crumb cake, and I am going to ink this up over here. This is a really cool technique. I seen it done the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I'm just obsessed with it. So you'll probably become obsessed with it as well, because it is really a nice technique. So it's this. I just took a dry eraser and then I went to the dollar store. So here's a little tidbit of information you guys probably don't want to know. So I bought these dry erasers, and I think I got like 4 in the pack. And then I went to the dollar store and I bought just a makeup thingy. And here's one that I didn't cut off, but you can get these at the dollar store. It's just a makeup brush. And I cut off all of that, this here. I cut off all that. Then I kind of took an X-Acto knife and I cut a little out, and then I took and hot glued that in there. And it actually helps with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that twice. That way I can have a nice dark image. And if I missed any spots, it looks like I missed a little bit here, this will actually, the Stamparatus is great for that. So, yep, see, I missed it. You see that? But I'm going to go one more time because I want it to be nice and dark. There we go. Yeah, one more time. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So, like I said, I'm new. I've had my YouTube channel for a while, but I've never gone live before. Today is my very first time ever going live. So, if you're here, say hi. If you're not, and you're watching the replay, let me know you watched the replay by, just saying hi and letting me know if you're going to try this technique. That's all. Just let me know. Hopefully you do, because I think you're going to be just as obsessed with it as I am. So I'm going to leave that same stamp on here, and I'm going to grab my Versamark. And I'm going to, actually, I'm not going to use my Versamark yet, am I? No, I'm going to wait, because we're going to move this. We're going to move it over probably maybe about close to halfway past that little line that we had made. So there we go. And I just want it to be straight, so it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but I like it perfectly straight, so we're gonna go with perfectly straight. And then we're gonna ink this up on over here with our Versamark ink. Get it all good and juiced up. And we're just going to come here, and we're again just going to, and I'm going to do it twice. Not that you can see the Versamark, but you know what I didn't do? I didn't use my little embossing buddy. Oh boy. Hopefully this turns out. Stampin' Up's actually got their embossing buddy again. I've got a super old one. You can look at this. It's like almost out of But I do have another one. And I plan on getting their new little tool set too, because I've got everything, but I think I like those like little rubber tip, what do you call it? Rubber tip tweezers, reverse tweezers like this. They've got a pair just like this, but they've got rubber tips. I'm thinking, ooh, I might need that. So, here we go. I'm gonna grab my white embossing powder, and I just put it in some Tupperware. Well, it's not really Tupperware, and I should know it's not Tupperware because I used to be a Tupperware demonstrator back in Hawaii, way back in the day. And then I'm just going to emboss that up. And yeah, there's a lot of embossing powder all over that. So hopefully it turns out. If it doesn't turn out, I'll just show you the original one and you will know exactly what I mean. So it actually looks like it might turn out. We'll see. There we go. I'm gonna put that over there. Put that away. And I have got a ton of that embossing powder all over the place already. Yeah, I know. Oh. If you don't get it up while you can, it ends up all over your ink pads, and then you've got a mess. So, yeah. Now, this is going to be loud, so you can, like, go grab yourself some, like, chips or something real quick while I do this part. And I'm going to just take my little tweezers. I'm going to turn on my little guy. I'm going to just go slow until I get that embossing buddy melt, or not embossing buddy, but the embossing powder melted. So, and you can tell, you can literally tell when it's melted. It literally changes color. It goes from powder to glossy. So, but it does take a minute. To get it done. I should have taken and done this part before and just kind of like, you know, went through the motions, huh? Starting to see it come together now. I like to tap the back as well, just to kind of help that embossing powder stick to the paper. I don't know if it works. I've just been doing that for years now. A little information about myself is I've loved Stampin' Up! For 20-something years. So just making sure I see all gloss. And I do. So now that we've got that, I'm going to get a piece of paper here, and I'll put it under here. Now, I'm going to take that same crumb cake, and we're going to use, let's see. Since I'm working on a glass mat, I like to use this like little silicone thingy that you can get in any little place that you buy oven things. And I'm just going to come in here. These are not Stampin' Up! Blending brushes. They're cheaper. I got them, I think, on Amazon. But you get what you pay for. I really would love some Stampin' Up! Ones, and eventually I will get some. But right now, this is what I've got. This is what I've been using. And They work okay. It's just that Stampin' Ups are bigger, and they're just, yeah, you get what you pay for in life. And I wanted one for every color that I've got, every Stampin' Up ink color. So I went cheap on them. So it takes me a little bit longer to blend this out than if you say you had the Stampin' Up blenders. So other than that, there's really not much difference between them. And I'm gonna have to take my roller on that. I'll tell you why, because, and I'm gonna take it out a bit. So I don't know if you could see that, but I've got embossing powder on there. I need to like literally find a different way of cleaning up. But I'm gonna go off to the sides a little bit on both sides. I am gonna trim this down. So, so I'm not overly concerned about getting all of the edges, but I mean, that looks cool like that, right? And I'll show you something real quick. I just take I'm gonna get a clean one, but I just take my little lint rollers and to help get that off of my ink pad, I just go like that, and look, even my pug's hair is gone. Yes, Lady Pug Kisses Stamp Studio, that's it. I got pugs, and their hair is always everywhere. So I'm gonna close that ink pad because I really don't need it anymore. There we go. Now here comes the magic. We're just gonna get a paper towel or a tissue or whatever you have laying around and just kind of go over that embossed area and just kind of buff off some of that ink. As you can see, some of the ink's coming off. Just off it doesn't really come off the cardstock, that's already in there, but it does come off of the embossing powder to kind of give it more of a brighter, bolder look. So I'm just buffing it off just a smidge. There we go. Now, and that's reusable. I'll reuse that. I love reusing stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna first make sure that our ink is closed. That's a good thing. They pop back into place. If you didn't notice, it was kind of a jar just like that, and you just pop it back into place. That way they don't dry up. There we go. We're gonna put that back up there. We're gonna take and get our little slicer dicer here. And I also need to find out what size my black is, if I can find, oh, I need to cut my black, that's it. So, this is a standard piece of cardstock cut in half at 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/4. So I want my black piece of paper here to be about 5 1/4. I think I made the other one shorter, but I've got this thing. It's a mental disorder, I swear it is. I just find it so hard to duplicate things. It's like, I know that's terrible, but I do. And then I think I'm gonna go to exactly 4 inches here. I know there's probably medication for that. So we'll work on that later. But, oh, I still need that, don't I? So let's see here. So we're gonna cut, this was 5 1/4, so I think I want, oh no, 4, it was exactly 4. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and take an 1/8 of an inch off that side, and the same on the other side, to where I get it down to 3 3/4. There we go. Oh, it's pretty, huh? And it's gonna look really, really pretty on that black. I love working with black cardstock. I know, it's weird. It's like, I wear a lot of black too, though. I went through my pants today because I've been working on myself lately. It's just been like something I've just been doing for the last couple months. And I'm down a few pounds. And I don't have no pants, but 3 pairs now that fit me, that literally fit me. Everything else is just way too big. My husband says I look like a gangster. Nothing wrong with looking like a gangster, but I guess he doesn't like his wife looking like a gangster. All right, so I also want to get this really, really pretty ribbon. It's in the regular catalog. It's just black with glitter in it. It's really super pretty. So I'm just gonna take some of these like little glue dots here, and probably take my pick tool. Take my pick, find out where I want it. So I think I'm probably right around there. So I'm gonna just take a glue dot and put it on this side. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And Yeah, no. Come on. There we go. Put our glue dots back up there. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and attach this side. And then I'm going to run it across the front. This is just my way of not wasting too much ribbon. I mean, I know that it's just ribbon, but I'm frugal. If I can find some scissors. I'm a frugal person, always have been. Nothing wrong with that. I raised 3 boys on a military income with only one military family member working, because I was I actually had a I'm physically disabled. I broke my back years and years ago, and so yeah, so I know how to make things stretch. So this is just my glue gun. We have some really awesome what do you call it, tape, but I just figured I would just grab this. Not tape, those little sticky things that run out all the time, and I think that's why I don't use them as often, because they run out too fast for me, because I use it way too much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just center this onto that black base, cardstock base. There we go. Isn't that pretty so far? Super pretty. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the little sentiment. There's plenty of gorgeous sentiments in this one. There's this one that says, "You are my inspiration for a true friend. May good things grow all year long." And then, "Thank you for your kindness." I'm not sure which one's going to fit over here because I seem to have gone too far, but I might go with this one. "You are my inspiration." And I think it'll go there. So let me get a little blocky thing. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come in with the crumb cake. And hopefully I get it right this time, because you know that old saying I like to use all the time, you know, hot scotch, double Dutch, flip it over, got another. It's not going to work for this one. Sorry if I get my head in the view, peoples. I just want to try and get it in the right spot. So let it sit for a second, absorb the ink. Oh goodness, that turned out so good. Yes, okay. And it's straight. I guess God is on my side today. So he's like, "I got your back. I got your back, young lady. Just hold on." Alrighty. So And then we're gonna layer that onto there. So we're gonna do that right now. Before we do our little dragonfly, of course I have to do a dragonfly, people. I was swimming about a month ago, I guess it was, and there's this little dragonfly that kept coming and buzzing my head. I'm like, oh, okay. I haven't heard anything about dragonflies buzzing your head, but if you guys know of anything that, you know, good saying about it, let me know. Put it in the comments. And so, here we go. We're just going to line that up. Oh, oh gosh, I want to say it's very vanilla. It's a very vanilla card base with black, and then it's white, but it almost looks crumb cake-ish just because we like blended it all out. So, yeah, and let's see here. Here we go. We're gonna put that aside right now, and we're gonna grab a dragonfly. And I think I used that one last time, so I think I'm gonna use this one this time and get ourselves another acrylic block. And I did the other one in crumb cake, and I really do like it, but I'm thinking if I did it in black, it would look really good too. So I might actually go in there with black and do both of them, one in, just to see what it's gonna look like. So let's see here. Both of these little dragonflies are different. Their wings are different. They're really pretty. One's got like flowing down and one's got flowing straight out. So, oh, that's so pretty, so pretty. Oh, and you know what I could do with that? Since I did it in the black, I could take, if we've got it, do we have one? I don't know if we've got crumb cake. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We've got crumb cake blending pens. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dark crumb cake and it's nothing, like I said, two things cannot be the same for me. I have like definitely got issues with this or with that. I try though, I really do. I've been doing like a, what do you call that? The In Color Club with a friend of mine. And I have to duplicate these cards to make with her, and it is so hard. It seriously is. There we go. But I'm getting a little bit better, but you know. So now I'm just gonna take the light. I took the dark already and I traced it. The blender pens are amazing because it just makes you look like you're a professional blender. It really does. So I'm just going to, I'm using the circular motion to kind of help draw some of that from the edges into the other color or into the middle. So there we go. I don't go too close to the edge because with alcohol blender pens, they do bleed. So I kind of go in a little bit, not quite to the edge, so that I don't have that problem. So this black, I think, was a perfect touch. So I think that's going to really help. Yeah, I think it's really going to help with bringing this dragonfly into the scene. So go put those back in their home because otherwise I'll lose stuff. Yeah. Alrighty. So where's my punch? I just had it. Oh, do you guys do that? Do you guys get in this stuff and then you just lose it? It's like it was right there. It's like, thank God it's not a snake, right? Could you imagine? Yeah. Losing a snake and then it bites you. Yeah. Okay, now, one good thing about the punches is that if you lightly squeeze, you can hold it just a little bit, and then you can maneuver things around until you get it right where you want. And I think that is pretty much good. There we go. Look how pretty our dragonfly is. Oh, I love these little dragonflies. I have a friend that loves dragonflies too. I think I'll probably send her one of these cards. So, go. Look, I think I like this one, honestly. I'll compare it later. But there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to get some foam tape, which is just like dimensionals. It's just that I have this foam tape. I've had it around for a while, and I am gonna use it because that's just the way I am. I don't throw things away just because, you know, hey, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator now. You should probably just use Stampin' Up! Stuff. For the most part, I do. But like I said, I will not throw something away just because I've got it here. So eventually I'll just get the dimensionals. But right now, I've got some. But if you ask me where they are in my craft room, I don't know. But don't ask my daughter-in-law because she thinks my craft room is so organized. But guess what? I'm that old hot mess. I look like I'm put together, but I'm not. And my craft room definitely reflects that personality of mine. I put things away and I think, oh, that's a great place. I'll remember where I put that. You know, I do not remember anything. So even when I was younger, I'd be like putting things away and then I forget. Now, if I see something somewhere around the house or something, like when my boys, when they were younger, they'd be like, Mom, have you seen this? And I'd be like, yeah, it's right there. And they'd be like, oh, thank you. And then I was always like that. Even my husband, he would like come to me and he's like, hey, have you seen this? And I'm like, yeah, it was right there. The last time I saw it was there. And he's like, oh, yeah, thank you. It was right there. Oh, and that brings me to a story. Okay. Hopefully this video is not too long because of my story. But after I had my accident 20-something years ago, I got out of the hospital and my husband's like, hey, where's this? Have you seen this? And I'm like, no, I haven't seen it, you know? And he's like, you lost your magic. You don't have your magic anymore. And I realized because at that particular time in my recovery, I was still in a wheelchair. So I was not seeing things from an upwards position. I was only seeing things from like, you know, it was a totally different position. And another thing, the reason for that is I don't remember where everything is because I didn't see it. If I see it, I can tell you where it was. But if I don't see it, then I can't tell you where I see, you know, where it is, you know. But thank goodness my boys were way too young to remember the part where I didn't have my magic. They called it magic. I don't know why they called it magic, but they did. And so now all I'm doing, and this is how I'm saving some of my ribbon, is that I'm coming, actually I think I'm gonna go this way. Is instead of using a bunch of it to wrap around and tie a ribbon, I can just do this, and then I can just make a knot, and it looks super cute. And then I can just trim off the edges, and then we're gonna compare this one with the last video. Not last video, but the last card. So you can see the difference between the gorgeous little black, using the black Memento ink instead of just the crumb cake. So, there we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love it. It's simple too. This is such a simple technique, but oh my gosh, the shadowing is just gorgeous. So it's called shadowing. If you want to look it up here on YouTube, you know, look at some others because everybody else is better than me. But here's my original here. I left a little bit more white on the sides, which I kind of liked, but I wanted, I wanted more of the like antique look over here, so I think I like this one here. So tell me which one you like best, A or B. So let's see here. This one is, we'll say the black is, the one that I did with the black bento ink is A, and then my original would be B. So what do you think, A or B? So I think I like the B or A more. So, but yeah, so super cute, so simple. So you guys have a great afternoon. Remember, if you like the video, just hit thumbs up, share, I don't know, all those things that you're supposed to do, like, you know, subscribe. But hopefully everything was good. And hopefully I get on here more often. Oh, and this one I did rough up the edges here too. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, everything's different. Alrighty, so be sure to check out your local Stampin' Up! Demonstrators webpage, because this month they're doing, Stampin' Up! Is doing weekly specials. So if you do not have a demonstrator, you can definitely order from me. My name's Pamela Baker. I don't know. Like I said, I'm so new to this that I don't know how to do all that stuff. So, but like I said, if you do have your demonstrator, or you know somebody that knows a demonstrator, you can go through them, you know, but if you'd like, you can, you know, just join me on my Facebook group. It's Lady Pug Kisses Stamp Studio, and I can help you out there with more questions, and if you have more questions. All right, you guys have a great afternoon. Bye. Oop, there we go. Yes, Allie. Come on. Let's see here. Oh yeah, oops.